What if I told you in the near future you would want to change or keep your cell phone company based on the 5G frequency that your cell phone company is using? It's pretty interesting, and it's interesting to know that cell phone companies that are using the exact same bandwidths for LTE are going to be completely different when it comes to 5G. Not only should we be choosing specific bandwidths for these companies, we need to be educated on the different effects that these bandwidths have. Some bands will actually be harmful to the human body, while others are a lot less harmful. First, I would like to talk about 5G, which 5G just means that it's the next in the generation of bandwidths. That's all. It doesn't mean anything scientific, just the next in the process, which when you look at 5G and the next generation of processes, you look back and the value that the others have brought, they've all been huge steps in our technological future. And they've all had great innovations for everybody. And 5G is actually going to be no different. It will add incredible value to our data market. Just to give you a little bit of an example, 5G will have download speeds of about 2.5 gigabytes per second, which is insane, and upload speeds of about 1.25 gigabytes per second. And to kind of put that into perspective, if you've ever tried to download a movie in 4K, it takes forever. But with 5G, you'll be able to download those movies within seconds instead of taking hours and hours to download those movies in 4K with the average internet speeds that we have today. Another great thing about 5G is that it will be a lot cheaper, which means a bad business for places like CenturyLink, Cable One, Time Warner, because at that point, that will render household internet obsolete, because why would a consumer pay high prices for a lower service? For example, right now, I personally pay $160 per month plus taxes and fees for my household internet, which is great because my household internet is about 150 up, 150 down. But when 5G drops nationwide, I'll be able to get 10 times that speed for 20% of what I'm paying currently for my household internet. Lastly, I would like to talk about the elephant in the room, which is about the frequencies. So, for a great example, T-Mobile has purchased a lot of lower frequencies, which means that they'll be using frequencies within the 600 millihertz band, which is considered low band. And lower frequencies are great because think about bass. Think about when you're sitting in your car and you can hear the car next to you, and all you hear is just the bass. You don't hear anything else. And the reason why is because it's lower frequencies, which means it carries farther. So these lower frequencies that T-Mobile have purchased and they're going to be using for their 5G will actually carry farther than LTE, which means they'll have less of a tower footprint, be able to carry a lot farther, and it'll actually be less harmful to the human body than LTE currently is, which LTE is non-ionizing, which means it's not going to hurt your body anyways. So this is great news for us. But on the other hand, there are other companies that are choosing high frequencies. And these higher bands are on the cusp of ionizing. So they're not ionizing, which means technically they won't harm the human body, but it's so close that it's harming things around those towers. Um, for example, according to fullfact.org, trees and all life within a certain radius of 5G towers using higher bandwidths are all being permanently damaged or they just die, which is a little bit alarming. But I think that it's good to know that we have different options, and I believe that there are going to be a ton of benefits for 5G, but we all need to be educated, and we all just need to remember that there is a difference, and we need to be aware of our choices.